Yeah. I've got one with me, but I'll pinch another one. Yeah. Yep, go for it. Yep, hit it. Yeah.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to this fantastic facility for the Wairarapa Times Age Sports Awards 2025-26. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Greetings and a very warm welcome to everyone joining us tonight. It is wonderful to see so many of you gathered here at Te Huna Tangata, and to also extend a wonderful warm welcome to those watching us on the Wairarapa live stream. Nau mai, haere mai. Good evening, I am Brent Gear, and as a fellow sports enthusiast, I am honoured to be one of your MCs for tonight's festivities. Tonight is a night of celebration of the sporting spirit that is deeply ingrained in our region's DNA. We're here to recognise the incredible athletes, coaches, clubs and volunteers who bring sport to life throughout our communities, as well as their whānau and families who support make it all possible. They truly are the heart of everything we are celebrating here tonight. To ensure the evening runs smoothly, a few brief housekeeping matters to share before we begin. Of course, the wharepakiwa toilets are located in the foyer. In the stunning whare, there are obviously some seating amongst us. It's a non-smoking and non-vaping policy in the whole building, and you cannot take alcohol outside the building. In case of an emergency, please exit through your nearest marked exit. If you're exiting from the front of the building, then please assemble in the car park at the eastern end of Holloway Street, which is near Carterton School. If exiting from the rear of the building, please assemble in the car park at the entrance to the Carrington Bowls Club. First aid kits and fire extinguishers are available here in the kitchen and on stage. A defibrillator is available in the main corridor adjacent to the office. And last but certainly not least, and there's always one, turn your phones down, or put them on, or turn them off. It's a lot easier. Unless, obviously, you want to take photos later, at which point, just put them on silent. It is my privilege here tonight, once again, to stand on stage and share the MC responsibilities with a bit of a legend on his, on his own property anyway. The one and only Chris Cogdale from the Wairarapa Times Age. Coggy.
Thank you. Evening, BG. Look, I found a trophy today, digging through the cupboards, and this trophy out in front we can see on the table there. It's the original trophy for the Sports Awards, and in those days it was just the senior sports personality. There was no other awards or honours given out on the night, but I thought it's appropriate to bring it along because I reckon we need a decent big trophy for the Supreme Award winner here. But some great names on that, Sir Brian Lahore, Aaron Slight, the World Superbike champion, Ben Campbell's on there, the golfer. Some great names on there, so it'd be nice to sort of get something like that for the Supreme Award. Maybe we can have a chat about that later, Andrea. Anyhow, we're on for a big night, and it's going to be a thrilling night, I'm sure of that, BG.
Yeah, it certainly is. And who doesn't love a big trophy? Ask Ryan Fox this week, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether it's a trophy, a cup, or a jug, it doesn't really matter. To begin tonight, it is my pleasure to introduce to you, many of you will know Piers Fuller, the respected editor of the Wairarapa Times Age. Our region is fortunate to have such an iconic newspaper right at its centre, a true gem that mirrors the diverse faces of our community. Please join me in extending a very warm welcome, Piers Fuller.
It's the old crew back together. It's good. Thanks, BG. Thanks, Coggy. It's such a thrill to be here again. This is my third one. The Times Age is really proud to put this on every year. It's just such, like all these sports teams, all these sports codes out there, the Times Age it's its own team, and they work really hard. I put a little bit of work in, but most of the work's behind the scenes in the months leading up to it. So I really appreciate what goes into this. Obviously, it's been a massive week of sport. It's a huge week when the All Blacks winning against Ireland is probably the fifth biggest thing going on in the week. Looking out there into the crowd, I'm sure we're going to see a few future New Zealand representatives as you go through. And I think that's one of the cool things about this year's show is that we've got such a force of young talent coming through. We've got Coggy in our newsroom. We're talking about all the different nominations, and particularly in the youth sport, it was just crazy how good they were. I think we had to whittle down in the youth sportswomen of the year. There were 4 New Zealand representatives that didn't make it into the finalists. That was the calibre of the sports people this year. So we are really punching above our weight here in the Wairarapa. I'd just like to say Andrea and the team who put this together, she was a key person in getting in suggesting we get Ross Taylor. We've always wanted to get Ross as a guest speaker here, and this year it seems fitting that he is, because he has been front-footing a campaign in the Wairarapa with Wairarapa-based Labour list MP Kieran McAnulty. They started a petition to try to get dialysis service brought here to Wairarapa. At the moment, if you've got renal failure and you need a dialysis treatment 3 or 4 times a week, you have to be shipped over to Porirua to get that done. So we really need that here in the Wairarapa. So the Times Age, we've part of that campaign, but these guys have got it together. So what we're going to be doing is passing this clipboard around. We've got a couple of them. Just pass them from table to table tonight. I think most of you would be on board with getting this kind of service here, so if we can get another few hundred signatures on there, that'd be part of Ross's initiative, and we really appreciate that. So we hope you all have a great night tonight, and I'd just like to thank the dignitaries to coming here. We've got Steve Cretney, we've got Bex Johnson, we've got Bob and Mary, and everybody else. If I've forgotten a few dignitaries, thanks for everybody for coming, and hope you have a great night.
Cheers, Piers. Thanks so much. You've earned a bit of a breather for the moment anyway. I'm now delighted to pass the mic to my fellow MC, Coggy, to share a little bit about himself before we get the night rolling. Coggy's very humble. He hates talking about himself, so this should be interesting.
I'm not going to say anything about myself apart from the fact is sport is fantastic to cover. It's, as a lot of people know, I do quiz nights as well, but sport and quizzes are my passions, and they say if you work as your passion, you never work a day in your life. And I think PS would agree, I'd never work a day in my life at the Times Age. But anyhow, thanks BG. A very, very warm welcome to everyone for the Wairarapa Times Age Sports Awards. Tonight is about honouring the Wairarapa's finest sporting talent and celebrating the incredible achievements from the 1st of April 2025 to the 31st of March 2026. We also pay tribute to the vital work of our administrators, clubs and the selfless volunteers who form the backbone of our sporting landscape. Let's make some noise for the people who truly make sport happen in our region. It's a great pleasure for the Wairarapa Times Age and staff to welcome you tonight. A huge congratulations goes out to every one of our finalists. Being here this evening is a significant feat in its own right, and I assure you, as one of the judges, it was one hell of a job this year.
We're thrilled to present awards across 15 diverse categories this evening, honouring the extensive sporting talent and the dedication throughout Wairarapa. To decide this year's winners, an independent panel of 3 judges provided 3/4 to the final score, with the remaining 25% determined by public voting. Each category winner this evening will automatically qualify as a finalist for our top accolade, which is the Supreme Award of the Year.
In addition to our main categories, We look forward to announcing the recipients of the People's Choice Award and the Lifetime Achievement Award that will become later on tonight. Regarding our schedule, a buffet dinner will be provided once the first group of awards have been presented. Following the second round of presentations, there will be a short break for refreshments. For those wishing to purchase drinks, a cash bar is available in the foyer area. You can refer to the program on your table for the full order of events. Our process for the awards is as follows. Category sponsors will first share a few remarks before we introduce the finalists. If you are named as a finalist, please make your way to the stage to receive your certificate and then gather on the right-hand side. At that point, the sponsor will officially announce the category winner.
Kogi and I will share the profile for each of tonight's winners, and then following this, the category sponsor will present the award. Every recipient will be invited to share a brief few words before joining their sponsor off stage for a photo.
Through the support of our sponsors, winners in each category will receive this trophy, along with a cash prize or gift voucher. We're also grateful to Carterton New World for providing wine for our adult winners, and to GJ Gardner Homes Wairarapa for sponsoring chocolates for our finalists under 18. These awards are made possible through the steadfast commitment of our sponsors, and we truly are grateful for their support in honouring regional sporting achievement. We would like to offer special thanks to La Gras Vineyard for the complimentary wine selection served upon your arrival this evening. Additionally, we appreciate Mitre 10 Mega Masterton for providing the beautiful plants decorating our stage tonight. Furthermore, we are deeply grateful to Trust House for generously providing accommodation for our guest speaker, Ross Taylor. Before we kick off though, it's appropriate, I think, BG, to recognise those sports stars who have moved away but still call Wairarapa home, and also to recognise a few sports people who have passed away in the last year. So let's start with some of the sports people. Kerry Mountcastle, our winner a couple of years ago, now resides in Manawatu, but he's still performing pretty well on the Australian PGA, with the third placing in the New Zealand Open probably his highlight. But he also won the Manawatu Sixers for about the second or third time, I think. Ben Campbell, still travelling around in Live Golf. Alison Andrews-Paul, resident in Vancouver these days, but she made the semi-final of the World Indoor 800 metres event in, I can't remember, it was Poland, I think it was, earlier this year. And Johnny Falloon, who's been at the Under-20 Rugby World Cup, and sadly for Johnny, I think he's had to come home early after the death of his mother following cancer. Liberty Jones also competing in the World Squash Junior Championships in Niagara-on-the-Lake in Canada, and she unfortunately lost her first two rounds, but she's only 15, and the incredible thing is, mate, she's up against 18, 19-year-olds, significantly more experienced players than her. She's got a big future in the game. On to the people who have passed away. Peter Russell, the 2003-6 Wairarapa Bush coach. Grant Batty, All Black from 1972 to 1977. And Barry Hislop. A lot of people don't know Barry, but he did a heck of a lot of work with sports people, sports clubs, sports organisations, and so on, as a coach, as a, a sounding board and so on over the years. So, look, we appreciate that. I may have missed out some. If I have, apologise for that, but thank you for that. And we acknowledge their contribution to sport.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the awards underway. The Osborne Group Chartered Accountants Junior Sports Team of the Year. This is open to teams that have achieved a high standard of participation in any sport at primary or at intermediate level, or under 13 age group level. We welcome Jason Osborne, Managing Director, Osborne Group Chartered Accountants, to the stage.
First of all, I would just like to thank Andrea and the team at the Wairarapa Times Age for organising tonight's event. Once more, an outstanding effort put in together for the community to celebrate our sporting success, and hope it will continue in the future, peers. Osborne Group is once again very happy to be sponsors of the Junior Sports Team of the Year, plus it means the nominees should hopefully be shorter than me. hopefully. We see promotion of our up-and-coming sports stars as a vital role in our community. So we congratulate not only the outstanding finalists nominated for this award, but all members of the community that help out either as a participant, a coach, a teacher, a supportive parent or friend. I see junior sport as a vital part of a young person's development. It demonstrates commitment, respect, leadership, team camaraderie, and can quite often lead to lifetime friendships and connection. Growing up in the Wairarapa, I have very fond memories of my time being part of many sporting teams. Being a finalist in this category clearly demonstrates that the players are outstanding participants and achievers in sport. Wairarapa prides itself in its sporting pedigree, so to be nominated for this award was an achievement in itself. These young people are our future, and so on behalf of the team at Osborne Group, we hope they continue to strive for success in their chosen field.
And the finalists are Athletics Featherston Grade 10 Relay Team, Carterton Thunder Cricket Team, Douglas Villa Wolves Football Team, and Wairarapa Year 7 Cricket Pathways Team. If those finalists would like to come to the stage, please.
By that we mean half the hall, which is great.
Come down here, guys. Never seen so many people on stage.
How good.
I'll now ask Jason to announce the winner.
The winner of the Osborne Group Junior Sports Team of the Year 25-26 is Athletics Featherston Grade 10 Relay Team. It's quite cool because I used to be in that group too. All right, that's you guys.
The Athletics Featherston Grade 10 Boys Relay Team won a gold medal in the 4x100 relay at the Colgate Games in Tauranga. The team of Neo Burns, Tommy Scott, Wyatt Halliday and Grayson Volibert backed that up with the gold medal in the 4x100 relay at the Wellington Junior Championships, narrowly missing breaking the Wellington record set in 1987 by only 0.05 seconds. Wow, that is outstanding. Give them a round of applause again, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi everyone, my name is Neo and I am representing the Athletics Featherston 4x100 relay team. On behalf of the team, I would like to thank the sponsors of this award, Osborne Group, Chartered Accountants, and the Wairarapa Times Age and Event Centre for providing this opportunity to celebrate sporting success. I would like to thank Athletics Featherston and especially Inga, Carleen and Amanda for their amazing coaching throughout the season. We could have not done it without you. As a team, we have become close friends, both on and off the track. This friendship has helped us push each other to win. We look forward to seeing what we can accomplish next season. Thank you once again, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Awesome. Thanks so much, team. Really appreciate it. And look, honestly, again, Coggy, the level of achievement from our junior sports people, our teams or individuals is outstanding.
It is, you're dead right, and incredible. And as I said, as one of the judges, it was incredibly hard to sort out winners. But there has to be one, and congratulations to Athletics Featherston.
Wonderful. Thanks, guys. You head back to your seats.
Actually, just looking at them walking off, BG, you'd be quite happy you were taller than most of them.
Yes, I'm a proud member of the Lollipop Guild, a bit like Aussie, so we're good.
Right, Transit Coach Lines Wairarapa Youth Sports Team of the Year. Open to teams that have achieved a high standard of participation in any sport at secondary school or 18 and under age group level. I'd like to welcome Brady Powell, the company manager for Transit Coach Lines Wairarapa, onto the stage, please.
Good evening and thank you for the introduction. I'm Brady, the manager of Transit Coach Lines Wairarapa, and Emmons, our ops manager for the Wairarapa as well. And Transit's proud to once again sponsor the Youth Sports Team of the Year. Looking around the room, it's quite inspiring to see the Wairarapa so strongly represented across many sports, not just regional but national stages as well. At Transit, we're very lucky to have played a small part in those journeys and getting the teams to the rugby grounds, football pitches and plenty of other venues, with our drivers cheering on the wins and offering a friendly smile when the result didn't quite go the way they wanted. For those of you who don't know us, Transit Coach Lines is a New Zealand family-owned transport and tourism company. Last year, we proudly celebrated 100 years of keeping our communities nice and connected. And we look forward to the next 100 years with the Wairarapa remaining very much in the heart of who we are. Before I announce the winner, I want to thank the Wairarapa Times Age for bringing this fantastic event together, and congratulations to every finalist that we have.
Thanks so much, Brady. We're finalists for the Transit Coach Lines Wairarapa Youth Sports Team of the Year are Hanui Anania Waka Ama Team, Makaurau College Kia Manawanui Waka Ama Team, Rathkill College First 11 Cricket Team, and Wairarapa Bush Under 18 Rugby Team. Come on up to the stage. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
And the winner is, for the Transit Coach Lines Youth Sports Team of the Year, Makaurau College.
Makaurau College were crowned under 16 boys national champions in the 250 metre six-man waka, the Te Hui class, at the New Zealand Secondary Schools Championships on Lake Tikitapu, Rotorua. The team's winning time, a scintillating 58.95 seconds, was more than 1 second faster than runners-up Lindisfarne. Makaurau was also the fastest qualifier for the 500 metre race, but further racing was abandoned because of the onset of bad weather.
Let's just say, Coggy, they do their talking on the water.
Okay. I've got give something for them anyhow, so if one of them wants to come and get some chocolates, come and grab them, mate.
Beautiful. Congratulations to all of our finalists and our winners, Makaurau College. Give another round of applause. Lovely. Thank you so much, team. Really appreciate it. Excellent. Don't forget your sponsor photo as well, boys. Get on that way. Outstanding. Our next award tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the Eastwood Motor Group Senior Sports Team of the Year, open to senior teams that have achieved a high standard of participation in any sport. And we'd like to welcome Gary Allen, Dealer Principal, Eastwood Motor Group, up to the stage.
Kia ora koutou. Success, whether it's in sport or business, is built on teamwork. The strongest teams are built on trust, hard work, and team culture. Everyone supports each other, working towards a common goal. Clearly, these finalists have these qualities and more. I'm Gary Allen, and on behalf of Eastwood Motor Group, it's our pleasure to be here tonight to award the best senior team. Congratulations to all the finalists. It's now my pleasure to present the team.
Okay, the finalists are Robin Shiska and Jill McLean Bowles. Spike and Bubba Taylor, motorcycle sidecars. Thomas Williams and Matt Perry, High Rocks. And the Wairarapa men's hockey team. Please come on stage. I'll now ask Gary to announce the winner.
The winner is Wairarapa men's hockey.
The Wairarapa men's hockey team won the 2025 New Zealand Men's Hockey Tier 2 Championship in Christchurch in what can only be described as stunning fashion. Having qualified top of their pool, Wairarapa beat North Harbour Wolves B 3-1 in the semi-final to set up a final with the Canterbury Beavers. Down 2-0, heading into the final quarter, Wairarapa scored 2 late goals to force a shootout. They slotted all 5 attempts and won the championship and earned promotion to Tier 1 for the 2026 season. Well done.
Good evening, everyone. It's always a pleasure to be part of an evening like this where sporting excellence in our region is celebrated, and it's really a feel-good evening for sure. A huge vote of thanks to the Wairarapa Times Age and staff for driving the annual event. Thanks to the major sponsors, without whom this wouldn't happen. Special thanks to Andrea Hay and all of the staff for their organisation. That includes the Carterton Event Centre team, Coggy for his work on statistics and profiles, and Brent for sharing the emceeing. Big thank you to Gary Allen and the Eastwood Motor Group for the category sponsor of the senior sports team. They're good, loyal supporters of our community all over the show, so thank you, Gary, very much. Congratulations to all the nominees in the category as well as the finalists. There's Robin and Jill here, Spike and Bubba with sidecars, and Thomas and Matt with the High Rocks. Keep doing what you're doing. It's my privilege to accept the award on behalf of the Wairarapa Senior Men's NHC hockey team. It's been a long time between drinks, as they say, on the senior Wairarapa hockey front on a national stage. A small rural association footing it with the bigger guys is very satisfied. Winners of the Tier 2 National Championship is no mean feat, and it's special for the entire Wairarapa hockey family and the Wairarapa region as a whole. We need to acknowledge, just on a small level, a personal level, the sponsors who contributed to the Christchurch campaign: Polytan New Zealand, Duke in New Zealand, the Dalefield Hockey Club, Leone and Paul Priso, Peter McKenna at Mangan Graphics, and the stalwarts of hockey, Messrs. Fraser Mailman, Brian Schaefer and Peter Herrick. The team was coached by Benedict Van Werken with assistance from Cody Linton and Dane Lett, and managed by myself and Dave Finlayson. 16 of the 18 squad members are locals, born and bred here, or played a whole bunch of hockey for Dalefield Hockey Club. Only 2 out of region guest players is pretty cool. So it's really a homegrown Wairarapa achievement of which we can all be very proud. So thank you very much on behalf of the wider Wairarapa hockey family for this accolade. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Our next award is the Kiwi Span Wairarapa Sports Club of the Year. This award recognises the progress made by clubs in promoting their sports both on and off the field, and I'd like to welcome Tonya Harrison, the owner of Kiwi Span Wairarapa, on stage. Once again, Kiwi Span Wairarapa are delighted to sponsor the Sports Club of the Year award. Rowan and Tonya are committed to supporting the community where their team lives and works, recognising that a strong team environment is essential for both in the workplace and on the sports field. Congratulations to all of the finalists. Your achievements in sport are truly inspirational.
Let's announce our finalists for the Kiwi Span Wairarapa Sports Club of the Year. And the finalists are Dalefield Hockey Club, Douglas Villa AFC Football, Masterton Red Star Rugby Club, and Special Olympics Wairarapa Athletics and Swimming. Come on up to the stage.
And the winner of the Kiwi Span Wairarapa Sports Club of the Year, Special Olympics Wairarapa.
It's my privilege to be representing Special Olympics Wairarapa. I've been very lucky to be involved as a parent and also sort of working for Special Olympics, and now Bruce has let me take over as chairman and helping out with basketball. We had an awesome year last year. We were lucky enough to have 10 athletes go down to the Special Olympics National Summer Games in Christchurch, which was a pretty awesome event. And we had some pretty awesome achievements from all of our 10 athletes. So it's a pretty awesome organisation to be a part of. I'd just like to thank the sponsors of Times Age and Kiwi Span Wairarapa and all the other nominees in our category. And just like to thank everyone involved in Special Olympics for all the work they do with coaching and getting the athletes to the different events and helping out with fundraising and everything that they do. It's an awesome organisation. Thank you very much for everyone for putting on this awards night tonight. Thank you.
Coggy, it wasn't just an awesome trip down there. They came away with a few medals, didn't they, mate?
They certainly did. And the great thing about this is the previous Summer Games, they sent one athlete. The previous two, this time 10. And the medal haul was quite significant. They came home with 4 gold, 2 silver and 5 bronze medals in swimming, and 10 gold, 3 silver and a bronze in athletics. They also attended 8 regional events across the 3 sports. And Special Olympics Wairarapa works hard on providing sporting opportunities for Special Olympic participants with regular training sessions on the track and at the swimming pool.
How good is that? That's a lot of
Excellent.
medals.
Yeah, that's really good.
Brilliant. Look, where would we be without our volunteers? The DPA Chartered Accountants Volunteer of the Year. This award acknowledges people who have volunteered their time, their labour and their talents to improving Wairarapa sport. It recognises the volunteers' entire career span. Please welcome Andy Henson, Director, DPA Chartered Accountants, to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Firstly, I'd just like to say thank you, as everyone else has, to Wairarapa Times Age and Andrea for all the effort that you've put in tonight. It wouldn't be an awards ceremony without you, so thank you. It's always a pleasure to be here on behalf of DPA Chartered Accountants as the proud sponsors of the Volunteer of the Year Award. Volunteers, every club needs them. These are the ones who have the keys, know where everything is, have a trailer full of equipment, and still somehow find enough people to run the sausage sizzle. They can always lay out the sports field with military precision, and some of these people never have even played the sport that they have somehow ended up being involved with. They are the first to arrive and the last to leave. Volunteers are the heart of the community volunteers are the heart of community sport. A lot of their efforts happen behind the scenes and without recognition, so I really enjoy being part of shining a spotlight on these people at the Sports Awards. On behalf of everyone at DPA Chartered Accountants, congratulations to this year's finalists, Calvin, Noel, the late Peter Russell and Rachel. Your commitment and community spirit make an incredible difference, and as a mum of sport-mad kids, we are grateful for everything that you do. So good luck and congratulations.
And the finalists are Kelvin Simonson, indoor bowls, Noel Fussell, squash and tennis, Peter Russell, rugby, and Rachel Garworth, several sports. Those finalists would like to come up on stage, please. I'll now ask Andy to announce the winner.
And the winner of the DPA Chartered Accountants Volunteer of the Year Award for 2026 is Noel Fussell.
Ladies and gentlemen, Noel's given more than 30 years of voluntary work for the Masterton Tennis Club and Red Star Squash Club. He served as president and a life member at both clubs. Noel has been instrumental in gaining funding through grants and sponsorship. His involvement includes managing and running the bar at Red Star, as well as undertaking regular maintenance and cleaning at both facilities. Absolutely outstanding. Noel.
Can I say a few words, Noel?
Goodness me. Me say a few words.
You've never shut up in the past. It's not going to stop you tonight.
Well, I must say that I'm rather humble about this, first of all, to be nominated, and I really just like to be in behind the scenes doing things and what have you. I believe that sport is a great thing for any community, any country area like this. My old saying is that kids playing sport, kids are who are not getting into trouble, and we must keep going and doing that for our kids. To the Times Age for running this, I think it is absolutely fantastic, and to continually to run this every year. The commitment to do this is absolutely fantastic, and please keep doing it. And to my other people here, Thank you. I think your contribution to our sporting of the Wairarapa and what have you are outstanding, and thank you for doing that. So thanks very much, and I'm overawed.
You got to go down that way. You got to go down that way because you can't. Yeah. Almost there. Next up, the Garth Barrage Lawyers Administrator of the Year, an award acknowledging people who have contributed to the administration of sport, and it recognises the administrator's entire career span. I'd like to welcome Adam Parker, the partner from Garth Barrage, on stage, please.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Garth Barrage Lawyers, we're proud to present the Administrator of the Year award. And of course, behind every successful club, team and sporting event, there's someone who has to organise everything and get things moving smoothly. And it's their quiet determination and commitment that allows things to be run smoothly and get everything organised. The administrators are often the people who make the sport possible, and tonight we celebrate their dedication and commitment, and it's our privilege to recognise this year's outstanding Administrator of the Year. We also acknowledge all of the administrators out there, not just the nominees tonight, and congratulations to all of the finalists.
Wonderful. Let's get into the finalists, ladies and gentlemen. Representing cricket and hockey, Beck Schofield. Kendall Walker, rugby. Olivia Goodsir, equestrian. And Stacey Smythe for bowls. And we'll now ask Adam to announce the winner.
And the winner of the Administrator of the Year is none other than Beck Schofield.
Beck Schofield was Chairman of Wairarapa Cricket from 2021 to 2026 and a board member from late 2019. Over this period, Wairarapa Cricket has grown as a business through Beck's leadership and empowerment of staff to undertake various projects to generate more income. The past 24 months have been challenging financially, and Beck's provided a significant amount of voluntary hours to get Wairarapa Cricket back on track and in a positive financial position. Beck's has also been involved with the Wairarapa Hockey Turf Trust and Wahine Toa Rugby, and was previously a Wairarapa Bush Rugby board member.
Thanks, Coggy. Just along with everyone else, well done Times Age for putting on this event every year and acknowledging all these amazing sporting people and volunteers, and thanks to Adam and Debbie and the team at Garth Barrage for their sponsorship. I'd like to acknowledge Stacey and Olivia and Kendall, the other finalist who sits on the Wahine Toa board with me, so it's probably lucky she wasn't here. I really want to acknowledge my fellow board members, both with cricket and hockey. It's been a pretty hard slog the last couple of years, as Coggy described with cricket, and then, being dragged onto the hockey board, where we made a really tough decision to go fully volunteer in the middle of last year. And I just really want to acknowledge the hockey community who have got behind that board and are giving up their time, many on the daily, to support us to make sure that hockey is delivered without any implications of payroll. It's just absolutely awesome. I'd like to acknowledge all the, it was great to see the Volunteers of the Year up here, but you know, there's probably 90% of this room is sporting volunteers, and I just want to acknowledge you all. It's getting harder and harder to make sport financially viable, and so giving up a bit of time here and there is really, really important for our community and for the health and well-being of our children. So well done anyone that gives up a bit of time to make sport happen. Thank you very much.
Actually, BG, just seeing Adam come up here reminded me that he wrote me a letter saying I need to update my will. I haven't forgotten Adam. I'll get it done some stage soon.
So many jokes right now, but I'll leave those to another time. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the Masterton District Council Junior Contribution to Sport. This award acknowledges any person under 18 who has made a significant contribution to sport, whether it be officiating, coaching or volunteering. I'd like to welcome Craig Bowyer, Deputy Mayor of Masterton District Council, to come on up to present this award.
Well, I was told to keep it pretty short and sweet when I came up here, but first of all, I'd really like to not only acknowledge the junior contribution to sport, but also like to acknowledge also everyone who is involved in sport. You know, family, friends, volunteers. Without them, there is no junior contribution to sport. So it's up here. I'm up here on behalf of Masterton District Council, but I'm up here on behalf of all of Wairarapa, to thank you all for the time that you put into this. None of this is easy. And without you, we wouldn't have that junior contribution in sport. So please take this as a personal acknowledgement and thank you for your time you put in. Thank you.
The finalists in junior contribution to sport: Gabby Nicholson, tennis; Millie Garrity, netball; Corbin Allen, basketball; and Sam Stringer, rugby. Those finalists would like to come on stage, please. And now I'll get Craig to announce the winner.
And the winner of the Masterton District Council Junior Contribution to Sport 2025-2026 is Gabby Nicholson.
Gabby Nicholson coaches over 60 juniors a week at the Masterton Tennis Centre and Carterton Tennis Club. She also coaches at holiday tennis programs for Reed Clay Tennis. She's assisted running junior tournaments for Wairarapa Tennis and was a key official at the Central Region Junior Teams event held in Masterton March of this year. Gabby, well done.
I'd just like to say thank you to Wairarapa Tennis for supporting me, and thank you to Jacob Emery at Reed Clay for giving me the opportunity to coach. Thank you.
Well done. Actually, BG, you know we had a national champion on stage then, don't you? What was it, Craig? Mini golf, wasn't it? Mini golf national champion. There we go.
Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, it was a few years ago now. Oh, but anyhow, yeah, no.
Hey, you still got one more title than us.
Yeah. Okay, what do we move on to? Junior sports personality, sponsored by Breadcraft, open to any primary intermediate school student who has achieved a high standard in any sport. I'd like to welcome Julianne Coburn, a co-owner of Breadcraft Wairarapa, on stage, please.
Oh, it's the same thing that got someone else. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Breadcraft, I just want to say thank you to the Times Age for a great event. It's always an awesome night celebrating our local sporting talent. Congratulations to all the finalists here tonight, and in particular our junior sports people. So Freddie, Tommy, Darby and Arden, well done. Thank you.
It really is fantastic. Our finalists tonight, please come up to the stage. Arden Watt for Scooter, Darby Smith, Rugby, Cricket and Karate, Freddie Lewis for Tennis and Tommy Scott for Athletics.
Okay, this year's winner of the Junior Sports Personality is Freddie Lewis.
Freddie has had an outstanding year across several sporting codes. The highlight was Freddie's selection in the New Zealand under-11 tennis team to compete at the Australian and Oceanic Teams event on the Gold Coast in June 2025. Freddie is the first Wairarapa junior to be selected as a junior New Zealand representative. Freddie was in the Central Region under-12 team that won the Tennis New Zealand Teams event, going undefeated in singles. He also won a bronze medal with the Wairarapa team at the Central Region Teams event. Freddie also made the Greater Wellington Regional Cross-Country team and competed at the National Primary Schools Inter-Regional event. Freddie Lewis.
I would like to thank Breadcraft and the Wairarapa Times Age for supporting this amazing night. I love hearing what everyone has done with their sport. Thanks to Jacob and Dry River for helping me aim for the top, work hard and enjoy and love tennis. Thanks to Granny and Gaz and my family for supporting me with everything I do from the sidelines. And a big thanks to Mum for running me around and being at every single game. Thank you.
Coggy, already tonight we have seen and heard some amazing finalists. Their achievements are off the charts and we're not even quite halfway through the evening yet.
Yeah, I know. Look out for Freddie. Apparently he's a good golfer too. Actually, apparently he's good at any sport he does, which, unlike you and me, mate, which we were hopeless at any sport that we ever took up.
Yeah, but I think there's a whole participation make-up numbers thing, right? Otherwise other people couldn't do so well. That's
we certainly made up numbers, BG. That was
no, look, absolutely fantastic evening so far. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a bit of a break now. Grab some kai, have a bit of a kororo with everyone at your table, and we'll be back on stage real soon and into our next award. And, of course, our very special guest speaker tonight, Ross Taylor, after dinner. Thank you.
As the leading run scorer for the Black Caps in one-day international cricket, Ross can proudly stand as one of our all-time greats. Of course, Ross is the only player to have played 100 tests, or more than 100 tests, more than 100 ODIs, and more than 100 T20s for his country. So he's right up there with the very best cricketers the world has ever produced. Ross has a very busy schedule, continuing to be involved with cricket internationally, and we're very fortunate to catch him in between commitments. Now, hand you over to Piers Fuller and Ross Taylor.
Very cool to be here with Ross. I'd just like to start off a little bit because we want to obviously link this back to the times when you were growing up here and your childhood. But how did we kick off this short but blossoming relationship, Ross? Tell us about your campaign with Kieran and what you're trying to do there.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's great to be back. Wairarapa holds a special place in my heart growing up here and obviously still having family here. You rang me when I was at home, out of the blue. I was wondering who this number is, 06. But yeah, unfortunately, my mother passed away 18 months ago. She had kidney failure. She was going over to Wellington 3 times a week to either Pororoa, Wellington or Lower Hutt. Those last 5 or 6 months were really tough on her and the family. It's not just the patient that has to deal with it. My sisters who still live here in the Wairarapa, and my dad having to deal with that. I had a mutual friend that knew Kieran McAnulty, that we knew that Kieran uncle had a similar story, so I rang him. He said, yep, let's get onto it, let's do a petition. Let's not politicise this, just get it done. And I guess that's how we connected. And then you said a few interviews later, would you come and do this? And I said if I coach in America and for the Seattle Walkers, and we didn't make the semi-finals, so I rang Piers and said I can come and do it.
Well, it's fantastic to have you here, and it's so special. It's a highlight of the night. And everyone out there is all about links, personal relationships, and so to have this link and have you actually actively helping our region, even though you're living in Hamilton, it shows us what it means to you still. And you've got your name on a street now here. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Have you been to see that street name?
Yes, I have. The kids have had a photo underneath the sign. I haven't had the... I'm sure it will happen at one stage, but I'm still trying to work out who Nathan is, because I know who Sir Bob Charles is, and Sir Brian Lahore, but Nathan Lane, obviously one of the developers' kids or something.
Well, Bob Charles, obviously top golfer, and now we've got another one in New Zealand, so there's some more sporting links there. Now, you've been up to all sorts of exciting things, but let's have a little look back to your history. Coggy was telling me in the newsroom yesterday, he said that when you were 6 years old, you went up to Black Cap Mark Greatbatch. And do you remember what you said to him? The story.
The story, there's been a bit of text added over the years, I think, to this story. My take on it?
Yeah.
I think I was about 12.
Okay, maybe not 6.
I was 12 years old. I'd played for CD at an age group tournament. I had my cap on. Central Districts were playing in Marston, Queen Elizabeth Park, and Batchy saw me and asked me whether I'd like to be drinks boy.
Yeah.
So I was drinks boy. He asked me to go and get him a flat white, which cost $5 back then, which blew my mind as a 14-year-old or 12-year-old. And then the following year, it was the CD came back, and I got to field in a first-class game as a 13-year-old, which I was absolutely kicking myself. So
yeah.
I'm sure there's some budding young cricketers that if I can field at 13, then anyone else can too.
Well, that's great. Well, he said as a 6-year-old, you told him you were going to be playing for the Black Caps one day. So those stories do get, in the news. We've got to be careful about how a story can take on a life of its own. And we've got a lot of young people in sport here. We've got some cricketers out there who are knocking double centuries. What would you say to them about their careers, not just cricketers, all young sportsmen? Have you got any tips on resilience or stories about your own sport and working through resilience and getting to those results that you're after?
Well, I think try and just enjoy the game, whatever you're doing, for as long as you can. I think in New Zealand, and probably around the world, we try and get part of these academies and get these kids trying to do things a bit too early, I feel. Still go out there and enjoy yourself and try and delay that high performance things as long as possible. I mean, the bodies are still developing, their mind, and there's so many things. I think I was about 16 when I thought cricket was the one for me. I loved playing hockey. Was a good hockey player, but cricket was my number one. Resilience, I mean, if I was to... I don't know if playing cricket's and being a batter, you fail 61, 62% of the time, so you're going to have to learn to deal with failure a lot. But at the same time, I think cricket, as one of my sports psychologists was said, was a great metaphor for life. There's a lot of ups and downs, but when it is good, it's fantastic. But no, I think what I got told, and I'm sure you hear from a lot of athletes, try and just enjoy it, because that's, Ryan Fox talks about it in the news this morning. I think when he enjoyed it the most is when you play your best, and whether you're 6 years old, talking to Mark Greatbatch, or 42, you never stop learning, but always try and enjoy it as well.
And what have been some of your greatest moments and your worst moments, whether that's international cricket or just something in your life that you remember in sport, and how do you compare those two things?
Yeah, I think I got asked the same question a week ago. I had to speak in front of New Zealand Prime Minister, Mr. Luxon, and Narendra Modi, the Indian Prime Minister, and got asked that same question. And the thing that probably resonates with me the most was 2019, losing the World Cup final at Lord's by boundary count. The emotions, the ebbs and flows of that was something that I always wanted to do as a young kid, to be a world champion. I was 35 at the time. Never thought I'd get the opportunity to play in a World Cup final again and be a world champion. Then the World Test Championship came along. Fast forward 2 years, 2021, COVID. We play in the World Test Championship final against India. It was a 6-day test match. And I think I was 37 to hit the winning runs, to be there with a great mate and Kane Williamson, something I'll never forget. But as I said, if you would have said to me in 2019 I would have ever had the opportunity again to play in the World Cup final, I would have said no chance. So it was nice to say you're a world champion, and I think it was, it topped it off for being out there with Kane and hitting the winning runs. It's amazing. It's 37 and you do that kind of thing after coming so close in that draw. Narendra Modi, I mean, that guy is, of all the world leaders, he's got 1.4 billion people he rules. What's it like being in an elevator with one of the most powerful men in the world? He shook my hand for about a minute, and I was like, do I pull away here or just hold on to him? I had to do a little bit more on that chaperone, but if you would have ever said that I was in a lift with... So it's just that New Zealand Prime Minister Modi, his interpreter, and one of his security guards, and we've gone down and I have to chaperone them into the luncheon. And in English, broken English, Hindi, to his interpreter, he said, 2019 semi-final, he beat India by himself, which was, I was like, and then I patted him on the back and I said sorry, and then I was like, why am I patting the Prime Minister of India on the back? So obviously I must have been a bit comfortable. And then I had to walk him in, and it was about a 50, 60 metre walk on the red carpet. And as our Prime Minister, the two Prime Ministers are walking forward, he starts slowing down a little bit. And I was like, I can't trip him up. This will be on CNN in no time if I had tripped the Prime Minister of India up. So I got him on stage fine and didn't trip him up. So no, it was pretty good for a young boy from Masterton being able to, be in that situation.
Well, that young boy from Masterton playing, with your mates in MIS, you've been to India 48 times. You've played for 4 different IPL teams. You go over there, you're mixing with the biggest stars in their universe, the likes of Virat Kohli. And what's it like being in India with those guys, being treated like an absolute god? Tell me about one of those situations you're telling me about earlier today in McDonald's or a coffee shop when suddenly you're surrounded.
Yeah, I mean, cricket in India is it's like a religion. As I said, 48 times. It's a few trips to a different country. Fortunate enough to play for 4 different IPL teams and with some of the world's greats. It was a 2011. We lost a couple of test matches over there, and my wife and our daughter, she was 18 months old at the time, and I'd been in India for a while, so I just wanted some McDonald's.
Yeah.
So I went to McDonald's, and within, 3 or 4 minutes, there was 1,500 people taking photos of us at McDonald's, and naively, I didn't take any security, but I should have learned because that had happened to me before. It was the same year, Rahul Dravid, great Indian batsman. We'd been playing together at Rajasthan, and you get enclosed. New Zealand, you can go out and you're just stuck in a hotel room, airport, ground. So I said, come on, Rahul, let's go and have a coffee. So we go to, and he was very standoffish, and I was like, come on, mate, it's just a coffee. Yeah. By the time we get to this mall, it was a Costa, there was 5,000 or 6,000 people in this mall within 2 or 3 minutes. And one of the worst inventions is a cell phone over there, because it was, once again, we didn't take security. Rahul Dravid never came out for a coffee again. After that. So, cricket, as I said, cricket's a religion. You get to experience some great things, but obviously, the other side of it is not as glamorous.
Yeah, and it's been three or 4 years since you retired, but you've got all sorts of things going on. You're in business now. You've got you're in the wine and spirits. You've got your own brand. You're just telling us before about how.
Apologies to Grandma.
And that's involved with Indian interests as well. You were telling us you were at a thing with All In. What was that? That sounds fascinating. How you domestic violence and violence against women, trying to help there. What was that All In?
Yes. I suppose when you finish cricket, you sort of umming and ahhing, whether you get into commentary or coaching.
Yeah.
And I mean, this All In is a domestic violence. It's a gender-based violence board. It's got former presidents, Me Too movement. We just put the Prince of Jordan is on our board now, and little old cricket, me, on there. And how it came about was actually a Wairarapa connection, and Marcus Daniel, bronze medalist, grew up in the Wairarapa, went to Rathkeel, and we have a place in Raglan, and he lives in Raglan, and we've just kept in contact, and he said that we've got this opportunity. The domestic violence in the Oceania is pretty bad, but with your connections to India and the subcontinent, would you go on it? Told my manager, my wife, and they said you're doing it regardless of whether you want to. And it's amazing, like the people you're rubbing shoulders with. We had a board meeting last night, and we've got to go to the UN General Assembly in September in New York. So there's a lot happening. I don't confess to having to be an expert in it, but sport can play a part in diplomacy and definitely can play a part in raising the awareness of this gender-based violence, not only in New Zealand and Oceania, but all around the world.
Well, it's so cool to see, you've gone through your cricket career and you're still doing stuff with cricket, but you're also actually making the world better in a lot of different ways. And I think everybody in this room would be really proud to think that you came through our schools and came through this community, and you continue to make a big splash in the world.
I wonder whether my school teachers
Can you remember any school teachers at Waikol or at MIS?
Cornwall Street, which is
Cornwall
no longer there. Oh, I mean, I've been influenced by a lot of, teachers, and it's funny when you do see a teacher, they always tell you how good a student we were, but I know damn right, I knew that teacher thought, nah. But no, a lot of coaches, as we talked about, the volunteers at this level, I was no different. Having my mum and dad, grandparents, obviously cost, fundraising for these tournaments, hockey and cricket could have been were very expensive. So, and all those coaches giving up their time, and then I suppose going full circle with my kids and trying to contribute in a different way.
And how are you enjoying that? How are you enjoying watching your kids play sport like so many of these guys?
I love it. There's some parents are interesting.
On the Hamilton,
I've got to be careful what I say.
Hamilton sidelines?
Hamilton sidelines. I mean, you need that parental support, but some of the stuff that comes out, I'm just mum on things and just let it happen. Let them be, enjoy, learn, compete, and get better. But yeah, it's definitely, I'm sure it's fine here in Wairarapa, but there's some interesting stuff I've seen in the Waikato. I think so.
Yeah, well, there's been some little bit of movement. BG has just published his first column in midweek this week, and it was on refereeing. And fortunately, we've got some great refs, and our sideline behaviour is not too bad over here. I've been to Hawke's Bay where a bit of gang influence on the sideline, but it's not too bad here. But it's so cool to have you come and talk to all of us. Is there anything else that you'd like to add while you're here? Anything you're thinking of as you're flying down in the plane from Hamilton?
Just the fact that I got here, I was happy. They fogged in Hamilton, and I was like, I had to ring Pierce at about 11 o'clock saying, I think I'll be there. But as I said, congratulations to everybody. Thanks very much for having me. I come back, but it's nice to be here at this special event, and there is whispers that this could be the last one, but hey, it's been well supported, and hopefully we can make it continue for a lot longer.
Yeah, we'll continue as long as we can. It has been a fantastic event. So thank you so much, Ross, and everyone. Put your hands together for Ross Taylor.
Pretty amazing, Coggy. I know that you've had a bit to do with Ross over the years. In sport, you can always look back on a performance and look at missed opportunities. You sat in the lift with the leader of India and the leader of New Zealand, and you couldn't sneak in a wee free trade agreement for dialysis in Masterton. That was a missed opportunity, Ross, seriously. Hey, while I'm here, I've just got this wee idea. Fantastic.
BG, I've never got over that 2019 World Cup defeat. We were robbed, and I mean that in the truest sense. It was a diabolical decision, but that was the rules at the time. But I stayed up all night for it, and that's what it ended up with. But anyhow, let's move on. No, I can't move on. Let's. Right.
Excellent. We are on to the Masterton District Council, Coggy, Official of the Year.
Official of the Year, an award acknowledging any person 19 and over who acts as an umpire, referee or judge. And I'd like to welcome an old friend of mine, Bex Johnson, the Mayor of Masterton District, onto the stage.
Kia ora koutou. Thank you very much. I understand there's a new development just going around the corner from that subdivision, Ross, and there are a couple of names up with Marsden District Council on the subdivision Coggy Street and BG Lane. I'm not quite sure how they'll go down though, but we want them right next to each other. But anyway, thank you very much for coming home and for talking to us tonight. What a great night. I so look forward to the Wairarapa Times Age Awards every year. They're such a celebration. Firstly, I want to thank those people who have made it possible, Pierce's mother and father, the Wairarapa Times Age, and of course the sports people, the administrators, the coaches, the volunteers and the sponsors. Marsden District Council was thrilled to be a sponsor, and the reason for that is because, one, it's a great event and it's celebrating all our sports people, but also, two, because you people out there, your energy and your efforts contribute to the well-being of the people in our community. And let me tell you, a healthier community is a happier community. So thank you very much to all of you for contributing to making the Wairarapa a great place it is to live. Thank you.
Thanks, Bex. Ladies and gentlemen, your Masterton District Council Official of the Year finalists are Alistair Payne, Rugby, Charlotte Hamill-Harris for Netball, Dean Gooden for Cricket, and Peter Syvertson for Hockey. Please come up to the stage. It's a great photo, Dino. Like, seriously. I mean, that's like Blues Brothers type scenario, isn't it?
I don't pick the colours.
I just meant to say, Ross, you were going to pay me money if I said Dino's name on stage, weren't you? Anyway, there you go, Dino. Thank you. That was a promise. And the winner is, of the Official of the Year, Peter Syvertson.
Pete had his most successful season of hockey umpiring in 2025. He was appointed to the Tier 3 men's final at the National Hockey Championships and was named as reserve umpire for the Tier 2 men's final. He also officiated in the Wellington Premier 1 men's final and the men's bronze medal match. Peter was appointed to the National Indians Hockey Tournament and travelled throughout the Lower North Island, officiating for Hockey Wairarapa, Manawatu Hockey and Wellington Hockey for multiple grades, including the intercity competition. Peter has continued to mentor and run training courses for local umpires. Peter Syvertson.
First of all, thank you to the Marsden District Council, same as the Times Age. Thanks to these guys. It's a thankless task, to be honest, sometimes, but it's probably one of the best seats in the house. Thank you to Hockey Wairarapa, New Zealand Hockey, and definitely my wife for putting up with me travelling every weekend, so thank you very much.
Our next award tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the WBS Coach of the Year, an award acknowledging those that have contributed to the coaching of sport, recognising the coaches' successes over the past 12 months. We'd like to welcome John Healy, Chief Executive, WBS, to the stage.
Kia ora koutou. Thanks Coggy, Brent, Piers, Ross, Wairarapa Times Age for putting on such an amazing event. At WBS we're really proud to support the Sports Awards and especially the Coach of the Year award. Behind every successful athlete and team is someone who's willing to give their time, share their knowledge, believe in others, often long before the results are seen. And that's what makes coaching so important. I think I've noticed tonight that all 4 of the finalists have been coaches of winners that have been announced tonight. So it just goes to show what a difference and how important they are. They build, character, resilience, teamwork, and confidence, and they inspire a lot of us to keep going when things get tough, and help us celebrate success when the hard work pays off. And this year's finalists have represent quite a wide range of sports, but they all have one thing in common, which is a commitment to helping others succeed. And their impact extends far beyond the competition. And at WBS, our purpose is helping our community prosper, and we see the same commitment from these coaches right across the Wairarapa. They invest their time and energy to help others grow and succeed. So on behalf of WBS, congratulations to all the finalists, Benedict, Ingrid, Jacob and Patrick. Thank you for the countless hours you invest in others, often behind the scenes and without recognition. But tonight, we celebrate you and the positive impact you have on so many people across our community. Congratulations.
And the finalists in WBS Coach of the Year: Benedict Van Workum, Hockey; Ingrid Taylor-Bain, Athletics; Jacob Emery, Tennis; and Paddy Rimini Albrecht, Waka-ama. Please come to the stage, guys. I'll now get John to announce the winner.
And the WBS Coach of the Year for 2025-26 is Patrick Rimini Albrecht.
Patrick or Paddy coached the Waka-ama New Zealand J19 Elite Tane team to a bronze medal at the World Distance Championships in Brazil. At the New Zealand Secondary Schools Waka-ama Championships on the Lake Rotorua, Paddy coached the Makaurau Kia Manawanui team to victory, the 250-metre six-man waka. He also coached Hanui or Nania to third place in the J16 men's 500 final at Waka-ama New Zealand Sprint Nationals, qualifying for the IVF VAR World's Elite Club and Sprint Championships in Singapore. Paddy will coach the team at these World Championships. What a way to see the world, Paddy. Congratulations.
First of all, my name is Patrick Harding Remene. I don't take my wife's name, she took mine. But I appreciate that her name's on there because she's a big part of the success I've had. Actually, she's 100% of the success I've had. But I have to acknowledge a man that was up, I have to acknowledge a man that was up there, Peter Russell. And I have to acknowledge him, and it might get a little bit teary, but it's all good. It's better than hearing a mouse fart on the way here because it's so damn quiet. There should be a little bit of background music, just so it's not so nervy coming up here. But anyway, I have to acknowledge Peter Russell. I spent 3 wonderful years with that man, and he taught me everything that I know now that I support these young people with. And it's a great privilege to have that sort of person in our community. And also, the waka team that was up here earlier, the Makaurau Kia Manawanui, as Haunui Ananaia, that's their club team, they're going to Worlds in 3 weeks' time in Singapore. Some of the wonderful sponsors that you've seen tonight have supported these young men, but they're about $5,000 short and they need 3 weeks to raise that. So I know there's a lot of money in here. So I'm going to use this opportunity to say, if you don't mind, I'm sitting just over there. Come get my number and I'm sure you'll love to help us. Other than that, have a mean night. Thank you.
Awesome. Well done, Paddy. Our next category tonight, sponsored by Shoe Clinic, is the Youth Sportswoman of the Year, open to any secondary school or 18 or under sportswoman who has achieved a high standard in any sport. We'd like to welcome up Matt Spooner, owner of Shoe Clinic Masterton.
TBG, this category was phenomenal. So many nominations. Only 4 could make it, and many others deserve to be there, but it's just the way it worked out. It's an incredibly tough category.
Look, and it just goes to show you the level of athletes and achievements this region and our coaching is producing. Spoons, you've been there?
Indeed. Good evening all. Thank you for being here. Excellent evening. As BG has alluded to, I've played sport all my life, as long as I can remember playing, and then at a later age administrating, refereeing, coaching, and now thankfully I get to do sport as a day job. We opened Shoe Clinic in 2011 and through the years, the business has matured, and so we have been able to give back to the community, and through the years supported many individuals, teams, clubs, schools and organisations, and we will continue to do so because of what we see here tonight. We're all for sport, and like I say, we're the lucky ones that actually get to see it day on day, and many people in this room come through our doors and we get to chew the fat. Well done to all the nominees. Keep doing what you're doing, and everyone have a fantastic night.
Tell you what, once I call your name, if you want to start moving up, that might make things flow a bit better. So anyhow, our finalists tonight, Capella Martin, mountain biking, Mackenzie Tate, squash, Maggie Shields, softball and netball, and Sophia Williams, equestrian. Please like to come on stage. Some funny-looking youth sportswoman there, BG.
We did say youth sportswoman as well.
I'll now ask Matt to announce the winner.
So the Shoe Clinic Youth Sportswoman of the Year is Capella Martin.
So Capella excelled in mountain biking internationally and nationally in Europe. She finished second at the Rookies World Championship, International Rookies Cup, the IXS European Continental Cup and the IXS Cup Finals. Those outstanding results qualified Capella for the entire UCI World Cup Series, which is the pinnacle of the sport. Capella was second at the Crankworks Rotorua Downhill Under-17, second at the New Zealand National Champs despite a crash. Imagine finishing a race knowing someone had crashed and they still got second and you didn't beat them. That'd be weird. Anyway, Summer Series with the 8-second victory on one of New Zealand's toughest tracks. She dominated the New Zealand Under-17 Series, winning the overall title. Riven Rock, placing at the podium at the Coronet and Dunedin Roads. What an amazing young sportswoman, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together.
And Capella's competing in France at the moment, so Dad is here to talk on her behalf.
Well, first of all, I think Capella would like to actually congratulate the other nominees. I see that most of the nominees are individual sports, and the work and effort that it takes to excel in an individual sport can sometimes be a bit lonely and very isolating, and it takes a lot of commitment to do it. So it's really impressive that these young women are out here just sending it and getting right after it. That crash really annoyed her, actually, that second. That was pretty annoying. So she's currently competing on the UCI World Series right now, and away in Europe on her own, which is pretty brave. And I think I can say it, she's actually just been selected for the New Zealand team to go and race at the World Championships in Italy at the end of August, which I'm really proud of her for that. Who would she think? The staff at Culinary College, actually, I would actually personally like to give them an enormous amount of praise for their understanding and for all the work that they've put in to make sure that she's never fallen behind with school, that she's always had the ability to fit in training and schoolwork and everything that she's been able to achieve and she's needed to get done. And I think that the school and the faculty, they've been a massive, we could not do it. She could not do it without that support. I'm definitely forgetting people, but I guess that's it. Thank you very much.
Do you realise how big mountain biking is in Europe, BG? It's massive.
It's huge.
Yeah, and our next sponsor can probably tell us a bit about that. Cycling Tom Bike Shop, Youth Sportsman of the Year, open to any secondary school or 18 and under sportsman who has achieved a high standard in any sport. And I'd like to welcome Tom McCullum, the Managing Director of Cycling Tom Bike Shop, to the stage, please.
Yeah, pretty much anyone that races at UCI level is like pretty unreal. I've done it twice in my whole career, and it's pretty unreal. Good evening, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate all tonight's finalists. To be nominated for the Wairarapa Sports Awards is something you should be incredibly proud of. I was fortunate enough to be nominated back in 2016, so I know how special it feels to be alongside many talented athletes. Sport has given me so much over the years, from riding my bike all around the world in New Zealand to now pulling on the jersey for the East Coast Rugby Club and serving on both local cycling clubs and multi-sport committees. It has taught me that success comes from turning up consistently, putting in the work when no one's watching, and taking every opportunity as it comes.
Our finalists tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for the Cycling Tom Bike Shop Youth Sportsman of the Year include Jeremiah Pukana Rimini Albert, Waka Ama, Monty Fairbrother, Athletics, Wairangi Sargent, Wrestling, and William Osborne, Cricket. Geez, you're right, Paddy. You could hear a pin drop, really, couldn't you?
And the winner of the Youth Sportsman of the Year for 2025-2026 is Jeremiah.
Say a few words first, anyway. Jeremiah Rimini Albrecht, 15, was the second youngest member of the New Zealand J19 team that won a bronze medal at the Waka Ama IVF World VAR Distance Championships in Brazil. He has again been named in the J19 Elite Tāne team for the IVF VAR World Elite and Club Sprints in Singapore. Pukana led Makota College to national success at the Secondary Schools Wairarapa Championships. And Wairarapa isn't the only sport he's excelled at, having played for the Cook Island under-16 men's basketball team that led him to trial out for the Polynesian under-17 team. He was subsequently selected for the team for a tour of the USA.
Firstly, that young man is quite an amazing young man. He's in Las Vegas right now, and envy his dad standing here. But I know what he would want to say. Firstly, he'd want to say his dad's like the best dad in the world. His mum's like done everything for him since he was born. And all the people that have supported him are just amazing people in his life. But if I'm going to be totally honest, he's more humble than me in terms of he is so self-motivated. I used to be the one trying to get him up, but now he has to wake me up. Come on, man, get up and get me to the gym. And it's just amazing. Like all these young athletes, all these older athletes out here have experienced all of that. When you're self-motivated, the world's your oyster, and I just wish I was in Las Vegas with him right now. So I'm sure he'll appreciate this. Thank you very much.
It's going to be some party in the Rimini household for a while, isn't it?
Well, I would suggest. So, yeah, the next time you see on Facebook that Kathleen's organised a hungy, get one. You know it's going to go, or a raffle, go a very, very long way. Our next category tonight is the Mitre 10 Mega Masterton Parasports Personality of the Year, open to any para person who has achieved a high standard of participation in any sport. It is now our pleasure to welcome Brent Stewart, General Manager, Mitre 10 Mega Masterton, to the stage.
Firstly, thank you to the Times Age team for bringing this event together, and to the other category sponsors for once again getting behind this fantastic celebration of local talent. We certainly punch above our weight here in the Wairarapa. Once again, Mitre 10 Mega Masterton is delighted to sponsor this category. We are proud to support an event that recognises the dedication, commitment and achievements of people across our communities. To our category nominees, congratulations on everything you've achieved over the past 12 months. Your hard work, your passion, your perseverance are something to be very proud of. We wish you all the best for tonight, and we look forward to seeing where your journey takes you in the future. Thank you.
After the awards presentations, Brent has asked, or he'd like all the finalists to move to the side of the stage for a photo. So, guys, all of you wander down that side when we've announced the winners. And our finalists are Amelia Troke, Athletics, Lockie Dunbar, Athletics, Olaith Gary, Athletics, and Thomas Moreland, Basketball. I will now ask Brent to announce the winner.
And the Mitre 10 Mega Parasports Personality of the Year 25-26 is Thomas Moreland.
Thomas has had an outstanding 2025-26 season, highlighted by a selection to the Whaikaha New Zealand basketball team, a national program that supports and develops elite athletes with disabilities to compete at a high performance and international level. Through this program, Thomas has travelled to Ballarat, Australia to compete in the Kevin Coombs Cup. He was a member of the Porirua team at the 2025 Special Olympics National Games, finishing third in the A grade. Plays cricket for Greytown He's a hydration specialist for Greytown Premier Rugby team. He also volunteers at Kia Kinderkinder school programs, Wairarapa cricket development, and Wairarapa Special Olympics basketball team. And I know Thomas, and I can tell you now, he's a hell of a nice guy. Well done, mate.
I'd like to thank Mitre 10 for sponsoring whatever, but thank you for Wairarapa Times Age, congrats of the nominees. I'd like to thank Coach Helen, Tina and Jeremy, and thank you very much.
Right, let's move on to a very special part of the evening, the Wairarapa Sports Education Trust scholarships. And this year, the Wairarapa Sports Education Trust has awarded 3 scholarships ranging from $1,000 and $750 each to go towards special coaching, training or competition expenses. I'd like to ask each winner to come on stage as their names are called. After all the awards are presented, please exit the stage, head to the side for a photo with the Wairarapa Sports Education Trust. Welcome Mark Childs and Jason Osborne of the Wairarapa Sports Education Trust. Would you guys like to come to the stage, please?
Thanks, Coggy. Tēnā koutou katoa and good evening, everybody. I'm Mark Childs, trustee of the Wairarapa Sports Education Trust, and joining me is my fellow trustee, Jason Osborne from Featherston. We were a couple of 100-metre sprinters back in the day from Feathy, weren't we, Oz?
I think we were in the relay team.
And we could have been in that relay team, but it was heartening to see those 4 young lads up here absolutely machining it on the national stage. Our group, we're all about sport and leisure. We support a lot of the youth of this region through our grants that we provide. The trust was formed some 25 years ago. Bob Francis, sitting down here in front of me, was basically the person that organised this whole thing. And just a special mention to Bob, we ran a golf tournament this year, which is our major fundraiser, and Ben Campbell, who was playing live golf overseas, sent us back a whole lot of auction items signed by the likes of Bubba Watson and Cameron Smith. But Bob, I do know, I talked to you tonight about it, you supported Ben Campbell back in the day majorly through the Wairarapa Sports Education Trust, and without you and your fellow inaugural trustees, we wouldn't be here tonight. So a special shout out to Bob Francis for starting this whole thing. So sport and leisure, yes, it plays a significant role in our community, and with the trust now being, well into our 3rd decade, we're constantly surprised by the immense talent that we see come across the applications over our desk. One example recently, Zane Spearling is a junior footballer from the Wairarapa. Zane was selected for the Barcelona Football Academy in Oceania. So Zane last year went to Spain, and this year he's off to Bangkok. So that's just the type of talent that is around this region. It's absolutely incredible, the young talent that we do provide in our region. And one key message though is you don't need to be at that elite level to apply for funding. Anyone can apply. Just simply get your application into us and we assess each application on its merit. We do have a criteria, but we welcome any residing young sports person in this region to apply for things such as training costs, equipment, coaching, tournament costs, and travel to certain events. Some of these names may inspire some of you young people out here tonight who we have supported in the past. I've mentioned Ben Campbell. Ross, you mentioned Marcus Daniel. We've supported Marcus back in the day in his tennis career. And Freddie, the speech you made tonight, Freddie Lewis, was absolutely inspirational. I actually got goosebumps down there listening to you, Freddie, so you've got a massive future ahead of you. Emma McLeod's another one we've supported in the past too in women's cricket. So this is, again, these types of people that this trust has supported over the years. The volunteers, obviously myself, my mate Oz here, Olivia Gange, Sam Rossiter-Stead, Tanya Scott is here tonight, Nick Rogers, and of course the one and only local DJ Supreme Brent Gear. They are your trustees of the Trust.
Our fundraising consists mainly through our annual golf tournament, which is a huge success in June this year, when we partnered with the Wairarapa Life Education Trust to deliver a fantastic day. So thanks to Deeks and his team for all the hard work they also put in for that. This day relies heavily on donated prizes and auction items, so if you're sitting there thinking I could also help with these amazing young athletes, then make sure you contact us. Maybe after you've seen Paddy. Special mention, as Charles said, Ben Campbell. Gutted he couldn't make it here today, but he's off going for the Live Purse in Mexico. But yeah, he helped us out with some golf memorabilia for this year's tournament. So next year we'll be sort of targeting Ryan Fox to see if he wants to put on a team. We also run a bowls tournament in December, which is hugely successful as well. So it's a good sort of Christmas do sort of social event. And a special thanks to the amazing generosity of our major funding partner, which is WBS. So thanks for that. Tonight's recipients of the scholarships have shown a true dedication to excelling in sport and have proven that they have the potential to go even further. And we hope that one day we may even see them being inducted into our own Wairarapa Sports Hall of Fame, including tonight's guest speaker, Ross Taylor. By the right way, Roscoe, I've still got the scorebook from Park Sports 2. Taylor, Court Childs, bowled Osborne for 12. So. Thank me later for shaping your career. Over to you, BG.
All right, Coggy, you get the pleasure of reading out our first recipient.
And the recipients are Liberty Jones, squash. Freddie Lewis, tennis and champion cross-country runner. And Sophia Williams, show jumping.
Beautiful. Come on up to the stage. Coggy, I know obviously Liberty is away competing at the moment, but wow, what a bio.
Yeah, what an outstanding squash player and a very determined young lady. Liberty Jones is the #1 ranked under-15 squash player in the country, winning the under-15 national championship. She recently represented New Zealand as the #1 player in both the under-15 Trans-Tasman Test Series and the secondary schools Trans-Tasman team, competing in Cairns, winning all of her matches. She also achieved podium finishes at major events, including third place at the Oceania Junior Championships and the Central Open, while competing strongly in senior and under-19 events as a 14-year-old. Her performances led to a selection for the New Zealand Junior Squash Development Initiative program and the High Performance National Development Squad. Liberty, who represents Masterton Squash Club, continues to build on these achievements by competing in PSA professional tournaments, representing New Zealand in the Under-17 Trans-Tasman Series, competing in Melbourne, placing in the top 10 at both the Oceania Junior Champs and Australian Junior Open Under-19 divisions, and being selected for the New Zealand Under-19 Junior World Championship team, which is currently competing in Canada. She is currently ranked the #1 junior girl and the #3 senior woman in the Wellington region, and #5 junior girl in New Zealand at just 15. Liberty receives the top scholarship of $1,000.
Well, this young man probably needs no introduction. Freddie Lewis, an exceptional tennis player, champion cross-country runner, crowned Wairarapa Tennis Champion 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 and 26, including the under-14 title at just the age of 11 and 12. He was selected as one of 4 boys to represent New Zealand at the Under-11 Australian and Oceanic Teams event on the Gold Coast in June of last year, with Freddie ranked 3rd in New Zealand for his age group. He is the first junior player from the Wairarapa region to represent the country on the international stage. Freddie also picked up the bronze medal at the Tennis New Zealand Under-12 Masters tournament, and that sounds like an oxymoron, Under-12 Masters, doesn't it? But nonetheless. He also represented the Central Region National Team's event, earning a gold medal. At the same tournament, Freddie was selected from the 48 players for the Boys Sportsmanship Medal. Representing Masterton Intermediate, he has been on the Wairarapa Cross Country Champion Circuit at his age group for the past 3 years, earning selection for the Greater Wellington Regional Team. He's just returned from playing at the Clay Court Tournament in Melbourne and has a packed schedule ahead of him for the next 12 months. Freddie receives $750.
Sophia Williams is one of the country's leading young show jumpers and has enjoyed tremendous success over the past 3 years. Having won New Zealand Grand Prix Series on ponies, this year she moved on to horses a year earlier than required and won both the Horse Grand Prix Series and the Under-21 Young Rider Series. She gained selection to compete for New Zealand against Australia and travelled to Kazakhstan for the World Jumping Challenge. She has gained a place in the National Pathway squad and has just been selected to compete for New Zealand, this is the big one, at the Youth Olympics in Dakar, Senegal in October. In addition to training for her major global competition, the St Matthew's College student is busy preparing her horses for the 2027 World Cup classes, training up to 6 days a week. Sophia gives lessons to aspiring young riders and also works in the wool shed as a rousey to help fund her future in the sport. Sophia receives $750.
Coggy, once again, mate, nothing short of exceptional. Most of these kids have visited more countries in the last 24 months than you and I have been to ever. So, I mean, what a...
How many 16, 17-year-olds can say they've been to Kazakhstan?
How many dads are comfortable with sending their kid overseas to compete in a mountain biking championship by going, she's still quite young? I mean, it's outstanding. And the opportunities, I think, available to our sports people these days continue to grow. Like, they're massive. And as soon as you said Kazakhstan, I was like, this is nice.
Hey, we've still got a bit more to come, mate, so let's have a bit of a break for 10 minutes and then we'll be back with the final set of awards.
Beautiful. See you in 10.
seats and we'll get back underway in a minute or two. Okay, we're getting towards the business end of the evening, and our next category is the Back in Action Senior Sportswoman of the Year, open to any sportswoman who achieved a high standard in any sport, participating at national and or international events, limited to Wairarapa residents or representatives of Wairarapa teams. I'd like to welcome Marianne Monestra on stage, the Director of Back in Action.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Ryan and I and the team at Back in Action, it's a real honour to celebrate with you tonight and support Senior Sportswoman category. The stats and stories speak for themselves. What these 4 athletes in our category have accomplished is outstanding. In a room full of competitors, coaches and supporters, we all know that elite performance is built on a foundation of good health. Getting to this level requires self-awareness, knowing how to maintain your body, protect your longevity, and tune into everything that drives peak performance day after day. To Amy, Emma, Catherine and Reese, reaching this stage is a testament to your relentless drive, resilience and hard work. We wish all 4 of you all the very best.
And our finalists tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Amy Linton, Speed Golf, Emma McLeod, Cricket, Catherine Resima, Hockey, and Reese Robertson, Hockey. And we'll now ask Marianne to announce the winner.
And the winner of the Back in Action Senior Sportswoman of the Year 25-26 is Emma McLeod.
Emma was selected for the ODI series against Zimbabwe and opened the batting in 2 of the 3 matches. Her selection came on the back of an outstanding New Zealand first-class season. She was named Central District's Women's Player of the Year, having scored her maiden first-class century, 139 not out, batting through the innings, against the Wellington Blaze. Emma was the third highest run scorer across the Halliburton-Johnston Shield season with 474 runs at the third highest average of only 59.25.
On behalf of Emma, I'm Emma's mum, Amanda. It is a classic that they chose to use that shot because, like Ross said, 62% of the time, as a batsman, you're probably going to fail. I think that one was the one day when she got one. But it is a good shot. I do like it. I've got it at home as well. Emma is currently in England and she's playing cricket over there and basically she's living the dream, getting paid to play cricket, also studying, but also having an absolute whale of a time. Her claim to fame, when I went over to see her for a month, was that she'd been there for 2 months and only had to pay for one drink. So that's our Emma, just loving it. Anyway, she did ask me to say a massive thank you to all her previous coaches, and there is one thing that she keeps forgetting to mention, that I did coach her in plastic cricket right back in the day when all her friends were doing their dance moves. Emma was the one trying to catch and actually bat, so you can get to there by starting right at the beginning. But thank you to the Wairarapa Times Age, yet again a fabulous evening. Congratulations to the other nominees. Reese and Kath, Emma looked up to you all those years playing for Dalefield. And Amy, you're a star. I don't know how you run around so quickly around that golf course, but that's amazing what you do too. Thank you to Back in Action. Very appreciative of your sponsorship of the event. And to all those young ones out there, just keep working hard. The talent will get you so far, but the hard work will get you the rest of the way. Thank you.
Our next category is Te Hui Ngā Tangata Senior Sportsman of the Year, open to any sportsman who achieved a high standard in any sport, participating at national and or international events. Of course, it's limited to Wairarapa residents or representatives of Wairarapa teams. And I'd like to welcome Steve Cretney, the Mayor of Carterton District Council, on the stage, please.
Kia ora koutou. Look, I just want to start off with acknowledging these two guys next to me. They're both been outstanding volunteers through the years, and I think they probably still are. So put your hands together for these two as well. Look, I really want to congratulate the Times Age and Andrea on another amazing event. Thanks for choosing Te Hui Ngā Tangata as the venue. I know our council are very supportive of events in the Wairarapa, so thank you for choosing us. I also want to mention Charlesy and Aussie. I used to be a sprinter back in the day too. You might not think so, but it's true. I also want to mention Ross. Garden's had a Taylor Street for many, many years, so you're welcome to come to Carterton and visit our Taylor Street. Look, on behalf of Te Hui Ngā Tangata and the team and Carterton District Council and our community, I really want to congratulate the Sportsman of the Year when he is announced. Your commitment and your dedication is an inspiration to, I'm sure, everyone in here and all out in our communities, all our young people and everything, and they strive for the same success that you've had. So, congratulations.
And the finalists are Dane Lett, hockey, Gavin Hamlin, bowls, Harry Bateman, speed golf, and Tupo Lea Aimanu, rugby. That hobble doesn't look good, BG, with the rugby season just around the corner.
Oh, I remember calling it that part of the game too. So luckily we have Back in Action here tonight, who are a fantastic sponsor. I'm sure Mary Ann and the team there could definitely look after Tupou. There won't be a problem.
I'll now ask Steve to announce the winner.
And the winner of the Te Huina Tangata Senior Sportsman of the Year is Dane Lett.
So Dane achieved a significant milestone when he brought up his 150 internationals for New Zealand for the Black Sticks. A member of the team that successfully defended their Nations Cup title in Kuala Lumpur, beating Pakistan 6-2 in the final. He also represented New Zealand at the Oceania Cup with Australia and the Sultan Azlan Shah Cup in Malaysia. Dame is a key member of the Wairarapa team that won the National Tier 2 Championship and was a player coach of the Dalfield team that won the Wellington Premier Men's Championship as well.
Good evening, everybody. If you haven't worked it out by now, I'm not Dane, and this isn't a hockey stick. First of all, on behalf of Dane, I want to thank Te Huina Tangata for sponsoring the category. Also to the Times Age again for putting on an awesome event. We've had the pleasure of coming along to these for quite a few years now, and it's just really is awesome seeing the talent that is coming through, particularly these young ones, and this year has been exceptional. So congratulations to the other finalists here, Harry and Tupou, and and all the other finalists in all the categories. So Dane, if those of you who know him as a man of few words, prefers to do his speaking in the hockey shed ready before a game and out on the turf. So, but if he was here, he would certainly want to thank a few people, particularly his wife Kelsey and their little boy Rio. You don't get to the top of any sport without the support of your family, and like Jeremiah, he would, I'm sure, say that he's got pretty good parents as well. So, thank you very much to everybody, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Our next award, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is the GJ Gardner Holmes Award People's Choice. An award for Wairarapa residents to have a direct say as to what finalists they believe should be recognised for their contribution to local sport. The award is awarded to the finalists with the most public votes. Please give a warm welcome to Paul Anderson, franchise owner, GJ Gardner Holmes, Wairarapa.
Good evening, everyone. It is great to be here tonight, and we're proud to sponsor the People's Choice Award. Firstly, I'd like to thank the Wairarapa Times Age for organising another great event this year. It's so special to celebrate the people that make sport special in our region. The People's Choice Award, as BG just said, is voted by the public, so it's extra special. It's given to someone that has been a standout in the Wairarapa community. Congratulations to all the finalists tonight, and being nominated is a fantastic achievement.
And the winner, with 665 individual votes, the GJ Gardner Holmes Wairarapa People's Choice Award recipient, Emma McLeod.
I think, BG, there was something like 13,000 votes cast overall.
Wow.
So over the whole voting process. So 665, that's a heck of a lot.
Well, Emma will be watching the live stream with someone else is shouting her a drink about an hour anyway, so that'll be fine. She'll be like, right, what's Mum going to say this time?
10 in the morning.
It's after midday in New Zealand, Amanda, we're good. I didn't say what kind of drink it was either. Could be a cup of tea.
Gosh, this is very special for Emma, and I know that any of you guys that have played alongside Emma or have been coached by Emma or umpired by Emma or even went to school with Emma, that you know that she lives and breathes sport, and she will put anything back into her community and the sport that she plays. So she's a great kid, and thank you to the Wairarapa Times Age for this award and for the sponsor, GJ Gardner Homes. Thank you.
Coggy, we're almost at the, I suppose, the serious business end of the night, but there's a couple of big ones to go. Our next award tonight is the Core Legal Lifetime Achievement Award, an award recognising the lifetime achievements of anyone in Wairarapa sport. Welcome Christian Jorgensen, Director, Core Legal, to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Certainly at the business end of the Sports Awards tonight, and it's always a privilege for my firm to support the Lifetime Achievement Award. We have sponsored this category for many years now, and when I say it's a privilege, it really is a privilege that we are there playing just a very small part and paying homage to someone in this room who has dedicated their life so far to sport, whether it be through sporting excellence on the field or sporting sport in the background. Whoever will be receiving this award tonight will be thoroughly deserving of that. This year I'm also very pleased to be able to present this award wearing my shirt. Last year when I presented, I did appear in a very large heavy woolen coat on account of an unfortunate experience with my buffet dinner going down my front earlier in the evening. Tonight I took added precautions and I ate dinner in that same very heavy woolen coat, and therefore I am pleased and proud to be presenting to you unsullied tonight. What I don't know, of course, and no one in this room does, is who this person will be. That won't be for me to reveal, that will be for Chris to reveal very shortly. But one thing I know for sure is they would have achieved far more than spilling food down their front. So I'll pass you on to Chris. Thank you.
BG, I hate to say it, but this is the part I kind of love and hate because I always get bloody emotional with it. So let's see if we can hold it together for this one because it's quite a special one. I first met this year's recipient of the Lifetime Achievement in 2003 and immediately struck an affinity with him. He was proudly born and raised in Wairarapa. Although much of his success came outside the region, both within New Zealand and overseas, he still held Wairarapa close to his heart. That shone through in recent years when he returned to his old stamping ground to put something back into the club that he'd given him so much as a youngster. Educated at Kuranui College, he cut his teeth on the other side of the hill with stints at the Stokes Valley, Upper Hutt and Avalon rugby clubs. But it was at Mara St Pat's where he tasted success as a coach, leading the team to Jubilee Cup championships in 1999, 2001 and 2002. A highly successful 4-year period at the helm of Wairarapa Bush followed, the highlights being a victory in the final NPC 3rd Division Championship in 2005, beating Hora Whenua Kapiti in a gripping final in Masterton. The following year, he led Wairarapa Bush to win the first Meads Cup, upsetting Wanganui 16-14 in Wanganui. He went on to coach Hawke's Bay for 5 years, winning the inaugural Championship Division title, beating Manawatu in the decider. He was assistant coach at the Highlanders before heading overseas for roles with the Newcastle Falcons in England and NEC Green Rockets in Japan. He returned to New Zealand and coached Manawatu Turbos from 2019 to 22 before taking reins at his boyhood club Greytown, winning the 2025 Wairarapa Bush Premier Championship, a very sweet victory over their fierce rivals. And he once told me, he said, we're taught from a very young age to hate them up north of the bridge. His contribution was not just on the field, and he played a significant role in planning Greytown's 150th anniversary. Sadly, he died suddenly in October 2025. Joe Howard was the first captain to lift the Meads Cup, and recalled him as the best coach I had in my life. Super organised, well structured, a bloody good bugger, and as a player you just had to turn up and work hard. I also knew him as a bloody good bugger, and it gives me immense pleasure to announce the recipient of this year's Core Legal Lifetime Achievement, Peter Russell.
I've actually lost my voice. I've just celebrated with Greytown for 3 days, so I'll do my best to keep this nice and clear. I'd just like to say thank you to the Wairarapa Times Age and everyone else in this room tonight. Events like this are rare to come across these days, and we're truly grateful for the support the Times Age gives all of us in local sport. This award means a great deal to not only my family, but to our Greytown rugby whānau who have helped us through the last 9 months. What makes it even more special is that we're here tonight, that we can recognise someone that gave so much to the game. Dad lived and breathed rugby. He gave so much of his time, his knowledge, and his heart to the game and the people around him. The impact he made is far beyond the field, and it's something that continues to inspire so many of us today at Greytown Rugby Club. And as most people know, we played for Pete this season. Being unbeaten and took out the Moose Carpentry on the weekend is just a small achievement that I wish to follow that he has done. In this game, he did far more than just coach. He was a mentor. He took on sons that he didn't know he had. He helped our community rebuild, and he spent an immense time overseas with our family. And our biggest highlight was them coming home from Japan to be with us at the Turbos. To be able to accept this is an honour. It's incredibly humbling, and I'm always going to be so proud of him. Thank you to everyone who has kept his memory alive and continues to make rugby the special community it is.
Coggy, I fondly remember those 2 games, and I know Dino, you and I had a great time in at that game in Wanganui as we headed in the first ever Meads Cup. And Pete was just absolutely remarkable.
It was even more enjoyable for me because my late sister was a passionate Wanganui fan.
Excellent.
Having her first husband played for Wanganui, so she carried that on. But I remember the one here at Memorial Park, which was a fantastic final where Samanu scored, I think it was a first half hat-trick, and we had quite a big lead, but then Horowhenua Kapiti came back and fought back. But no, Pete Russell, fantastic guy. He was always open, honest. He told you what he thought. He was open to the media and so on. He was just fantastic to deal with. And as I said, he was taught at a very young age to hate those Maroons across the bridge. But anyhow, let's move on. BG.
The Wairarapa Times Age Supreme Award, it recognises the Supreme Sportsperson or Team of the Year chosen from the 15 category winners. This award is awarded to a category winner judged to have made the biggest impact in Wairarapa sport. What an amazing thing to be able to receive.
And we're going to get our special guest to announce the winner.
Ross is like, what? Huh?
Ross Taylor.
The Wairarapa Times Age Supreme Award for 25-26 is Dane Lett.
Dad's like, oh shit, not again. No, I've got to go. Out comes the crutch, and I've got to come up again. Look, Dane, is little did you know, Coggy, I actually have coached Dane a bit myself, more so in the public speaking kind of thing, because you know as well as I do, he hates public speaking.
He does, yes.
Hates it. So we've had a little bit of a Q&A session at Wairarapa Hockey and all that sort of stuff, and he's getting more and more comfortable with it, which is fantastic. But he is such a nice, quiet, humble guy, kind of the opposite to you.
Okay.
No, he's absolutely fantastic.
I'll just ask Ross a quick question. Ross, you played probably 400 games for New Zealand. 150 in hockey, though, is something pretty special, isn't it? Yeah, come and say a few words.
Very much so. Cricket's easy.
Who wants to come and say a few words? Come on, Karen, don't be shy.
Well, thank you very much on behalf of Dane. It takes a lot of work to achieve what Dane has achieved, and many others have as well. I know that he is always grateful to the support that he gets from Dalefield Hockey Club, Wairarapa Hockey, and the wider sporting community. He is very proud to come from the Wairarapa, and he's not shy in telling people how good it is here. Going back a few years, Black Sticks were expected to be relocated to Auckland to all train together up there, and he was able to get away with not living in Auckland because every time that he presented himself to a training camp or for practices, he was in such good condition they knew that he was doing the work on his own. He's always been really self-motivated, which is a theme that's come out when a lot of people have spoken tonight. He's self-motivated, he wants to achieve the highest that he can, and he'll be very pleased with this award. Thank you very much. Again, thank you to everybody involved. Been a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Look, once again, just a massive congratulations to all of our finalists. Thank you for those that have come out tonight to be part of this. If you're watching online, it's been great to have you take part in this as well from the comfort of your own home. Or Emma, if you're enjoying that little cup of coffee in England, that's fabulous. Coggy, every year we say this and every year it's true, but the level that we're achieving for a tiny region it just constantly blows you away.
It is, and it's actually a joy to write about it too. It really is. The successes and so on. We had a success last night, which will be reported a bit later in the week. Dalefield, the men's hockey team, 7-0 wins over their bitter rivals, Hutt United. So Dane had a big part to do with that. Benedict Van Workum had a big part to do with that as well. There's a few others as well. So, let's carry on the winning way. We've got a few people to thank, BG. Roscoe, thanks for turning up here, mate, and getting that flight through the fog from Hamilton. Great to see you again. Thanks to audio visual presentation, Toby Mills from Noise Productions. Thanks to our event photographer, Stuart Ransom. I'll let you go through the sponsors, mate.
Look, these events don't happen without the generous support of our sponsors. They include Back in Action, Breecraft, Wairarapa, Core Legal, Cycling Tom Bike Shop, Eastwood Motor Group, GJ Gardner Homes, Wairarapa, Garworth Burridge Lawyers, Kiwi Span, Wairarapa, Masterton District Council, Mitre 10 Mega Masterton, Osborne Group, Shoe Clinic, Te Hui Ngā Tangata, Transit Coach Lines, Wairarapa, and WBS. It'd be fair to say that's been a pretty standard sponsor list for a number of years.
Support.
So big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Year in, year out. Outstanding.
Also, thanks to our special contributors, Carterton New World, GJ Gardner Homes, Wairarapa, LeGras Vineyard, Mitre 10 Mega, Masterton and Trust House, and all the staff particularly Andrea Hay and Karen Bengston and so on, who have done, and I can tell you, it is absolutely truckloads of work to put this together, so they can go in tomorrow, put their feet up and relax for a few months before you hook into it again. Also, a big thanks to my mate here, Brent Gear, and I've got a little token of our appreciation for you, big fella.
Mate, just as you do that, and these guys are going to hate me for it, but can we have any of the staff that work for staff for the Wairarapa Times Age? I love doing this to people. And when you're the MC and you've got 3 minutes to kill because we're supposed to finish at 9:10, I thought, screw it, let's do it. Can we get them all up on stage so you know who they are? Piers, do you want to get Andrea, get your team up? Because it's such a cool thing. You know, they talk about it takes a village, and it's no different for a fantastic regional newspaper. Coggy is a humble guy, and I will tell you he's one of the very few regional sports reporters in New Zealand, and he's right here in Wairarapa, so that is absolutely amazing. But this team, ladies and gentlemen, day in, day out, produce not only the Wairarapa Times Age, but the midweek. They do an absolutely outstanding job. They're a strong local media, and they are absolutely fantastic. The team from staff, Wairarapa Times Age, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
And if it's happening in sport, let me know, and we'll get it out there. Hey, thanks very much for your turnout tonight. It's you guys that make this event. It's the young ones, the young sports people, the wiry old veterans and so on that make these events happen. You're passionate, you love your sport, and that's why you're here. God bless. Catch you next year.
Brilliant. Thank you.
God bless on a fun day.